the city, other like major distribution breweries in the city. And I think maybe they do a little bit better at marketing to young people and getting young people in. But like I feel like we're like the professor brewery. All the professors come to our brewery.
Hey, I mean, those papers are not going to grade themselves.
Yeah, we're the highbrow. We're the more mature brewery.
Well,
I'm just
so
kidding.
no, go ahead.
Those other guys in town are great, and they found a way to somehow get kids who are 21, 22 to want to drink craft beer. So hats off to them.
There you go. Well, I mean, you guys have so many events as well when it comes to the music or different food trucks. When it comes to that, is anything off limits? What do you guys, obviously, I think the music and the food really bring a lot of people in, but, what's it like actually having that
Uh,
tie to the community to really help give back to them?
Off limits. That's funny. I mean, it is definitely a large part of what we do is hosting of events, and we have a really, really great event space in the back. But like just the other day, these people were in here and I was like, what are those people doing? What's their event or whatever? And it's the Democratic Watch Party or whatever.
Mm,
And whatever, I'm not a political person or whatever. I don't say
right.
one way or the other, but they were like, we're gonna put them in the back because we don't want to like present some idea that like we're for one way or the other. And I was like, oh my God, that is so funny. We're gonna have the damn Democratic National whatever convention playing in the back room here for all these dorks.
I mean, get a couple pints in people and they really tell you how they feel.
I'm saying, man,
Yeah.
people combine drinking beer with the strangest other activities.
This is true. I mean, who would have thought that, pre-game, like you have to drink before going to watch a football game or any other concert or any other event? It's like, why can't you just go and enjoy it as it is? But no, you gotta drink at least half a keg before a game, and then you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And we're here for you.
exactly. Well, so I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. It's just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible.
Okay.
If you're on America's Got Talent, what would your talent be?
Oh my God. I haven't even seen, is that like that's like a singing,
It's like
dancing kind
it's
of
just a
show?
talent show. So you have people who do random magic, or yeah, singers or dancers or magicians,
Dude,
comedians. Yeah.
I truly don't have a talent worthy
Oh,
of being on there, but if I was to hone a talent, I've always been a fan of close-up magic.
there you go. Well, that would be your
I
talent then.
love that shit. It puts me in like a trance watching people do card magic.
If you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
Oh my God. Like my fighting name?
Yes, sir.
Blonde Ambition.
Oh, I love that.
I'm a pretty big, I tried to look into your podcast and see what it was about, and I'm a pretty big MMA fan. And when
Okay.
I was a kid, I was a really big wrestling fan, but only like, the Attitude Era. So I only know
Right.
that stuff.
Well, did you watch the fights this past weekend?
I did, yeah.
So,
Killer.
yeah, as of recording time, the UFC 305 just happened. What did you think of the main event?
Oh man, I was in a weird spot with that because I don't like Dricus du Plessis very much,
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't really like
Is
Israel
it?
Adesanya that much either.
So you
So
you didn't carry away.
I was like, go for a double knockout is sort of
Yeah.
what I was thinking. But I honestly, I watched so many of that guy's fights and bet against him every single time.
Mm,
I've honestly thought this guy's a goof. He's sloppy. He's not going to beat Strickland. He's not going to beat Whitaker. He's not going to beat all these guys. And he beat every single one of them.
beat all
So
of them. Yeah.
when he was going in there to fight Izzy, I was like, I ain't betting against him. I ain't betting against him at all.
I didn't think well, once we got in the fourth round, I was like, all right, this probably isn't gonna go all five. And then he finished it at the end of the fourth, and I was like, okay. Like,
Dude,
and nobody's
that's the
ever
thing.
submitted Izzy either. So that's what's crazy.
Yeah. I seen a meme that was like I forget who it was, but it was somebody like with their hands on their knees, completely gassed, and then
Yeah.
it was like Duplessis right before he's about to finish the fight. That's what it looks like every time. It looks like,
True.
oh man, things are turning. He's getting tired, and then he's just like, boom, you're done. So
Yeah, I thought
I
that
don't know.
early
I
too,
guess.
because he was breathing out of his mouth, but I think his nose is all messed up, so that was probably why.
hmm So I guess on some level now I am a Duplessis fan, and And I mean, as a fighter, I am an Izzy fan. He gets on my nerves with the bullshit, man. Crying and all that before the fight. Like, shut up.
Yeah, just promote the fight and then go fight. Like, what are we doing?
I was also pretty intrigued this last weekend. I don't know if you follow jujitsu at all, but they did this Craig Jones invitational thing, and it was pretty insane.
I heard, oh, I didn't
Rumblings
hear
of
too
this.
much about it, but I heard that it did happen. I think that was the most I had heard about it. I
It's
guess
if you look into the drama of it, it's really, really interesting. But this one guy basically made this entire drama to get jujitsu athletes paid, and he
mm,
did a really good job. He did a really good job, and the guys who won his tournament won $1 million each. So,
that's amazing.
hmm
That's
and
what they need.
it was exciting matches. It was something that I was like, I was watching the Brazilian jiu-jitsu matches sometimes instead of the UFC event. So,
Was it on Fight Pass or how'd you watch it?
oh, bootleg. Oh no, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. The Craig
Okay.
Jones event, they're
Yeah.
so cool. They made it free. It was on YouTube.
Look at them. All
Yeah,
right.
that was their whole thing is they were coming up against ADCC, who is behind a paywall on that
Yeah.
app called Flow Grappling, which is like pretty expensive. It's like $150 a year, something like that.
Jeez.
So he did a really good thing as far as promoting his sport and getting the athletes paid. So I thought that was a pretty interesting event as well.
I'm gonna go watch that later as well.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to read into a little bit. But yeah, I'm sorry, I interrupted you right in the
No,
middle of our
you're
last
fine.
questions.
I was asking you other questions, so you're good. Well, we kind of already somewhat answered this, but there might be something else. What are you nerding out on right now?
Hmm. More than anything, I've been nerding out on the history of denim.
Interesting.
Jeans. Yeah, I'm like really, really into like uh 19th century American workwear, shit
Yeah,
like
my
that. So
buddy's
I've read a bunch of books.
really into denim. I know he likes raw denim, and he's pretty big into that as well.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of like a bug you catch and then a rabbit hole you end up falling down. I guess it's just being a dude in your 30s or something.
As a dude in his 40s, I completely understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're just getting bored and looking for new something to be into.
Exactly. Who or what inspires you?
Mhm. Right. In a real literal sense, I will say my wife because like she's a real go-getter and
Mhm.
a person who's just like really driven and a great planner and a person who just gets a lot done. And I'm 100% the opposite of that. Um, so I feel good to have her in my life as like a beacon to remember like nothing gets done if you don't do it. So,
Right. I mean, you did say you were her biggest fan earlier with what she's been doing lately, so that's amazing.
oh yeah, no, she's my best friend and my favorite person in the world.
And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Oh my God, super simple. Don't do drugs. Stay off of drugs, you fucking dork.
You are not meant for drugs.
No, I mean, I think like any 17-year-old who's heading down that path, if anybody who meant something to them that could actually imbue a change in their life could say that, it's like, yeah, like maybe there are people who are okay to experiment with drugs, but maybe not at 17 and maybe
Yeah,
not, coming from the particular background that I came from. So it's like, I leave that to your adult, fully developed brain. How about that?
exactly. Yeah, wait till you're at least 25 and you'll be fine.
You can make an informed decision.
Exactly. Well, if people want to find out more about y'all, follow you online, follow Cypress and Grove, how can they do all the things? Or come visit y'all?
So we are in the Grove Street district of Gainesville, which is like a historical neighborhood just northwest of the downtown district. It's walkable, really. It's a beautiful little area, and if you do come out, we have a farmers market we do on Monday, which is usually our most lively day, and there's a bunch of food and a bunch of vendors, and it's a really good time. All of that stuff is on our Instagram, which is I think just Cypress and Grove. And there's nothing for me personally. I don't have social media anymore.
Good for you. I bet that feels amazing.
Well, it was kind of funny. It was maybe a little over a month ago or something. I was really starting to beat myself up about the endless scrolling and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even really one of those people who's super engaging. It's not like I'm like talking to people or leaving comments. I'm just mindlessly scrolling. So I was like, screw it. I'll delete the app. I'll delete Instagram. I'll delete Reddit. And then I was trying to look at something like maybe a restaurant's menu or something like that on Instagram. I tried to sign back into my Instagram and I can't. I can't do it.
Oh,
So I'm involuntarily out.
good for you.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people quit addictive things.
This is
They get
also true.
locked out.
Thank you so much to Drake for being on the show. Again, if you are in the Florida area, in the Gainesville area, and especially go and check out Cypress and Grove Brewing. They're doing amazing things, and I can't wait to get myself down there to check it out firsthand. While you're doing that, make sure to follow us on the social medias as well. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untappd. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on the Instagram or the Threads, it is official Rody John. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.